Hello everyone, welcome back to JD Bots. In this video, we are going to continue with our enterprise chatbot. Today, since we have written a lot of code into our chatbot, today we are going to push it to a source control location. In this case, we are going to push our source code to GitHub. So let's get started. So on the right hand side, on the Solution Explorer right side, you will see this Git Changes. If you do not find this Git Changes, what you need to do, go to Visual Studio installer and click on modify. Go to individual components and here you'll find that Git component, Git for Windows. Basically it comes pre-built in your Visual Studio, so you don't have to worry about this one. Alright, so I'll go to this Git Changes. If you don't see this window, then what you can do, you can click on View and Git Changes, right? If you don't find your Windows right side of the Solution Explorer, you can click on View and click on Git Changes. Then you will come up with this window, right? So now I'm going to create a Git repository onto my local system. And then I'm going to push it to the remote location, that is GitHub. If you want to push it to Azure DevOps, we already have a video long back we have created. You can just have a reference to that. So I'll be just pushing my source code to the GitHub location. And let me give a license, that is MIT. And I'm going to push it to my location, that is my organization. I'm making my organization as the owner because I'm going to push my source code under this organization, right? And I'm going to give a description: advanced enterprise chatbot created using Microsoft Bot Framework version 4 .NET Core and adaptive dialogues. Okay, I'm making this as a private repository and I am going to create and push. Okay, perfect. The one thing that I noticed that I did not find that Git Ignore. So for that, I need to make sure, I think I have a Git Ignore, and let me see. Okay, I did not have some content over here, right? Earlier, actually, it used to get me all the content inside this Git Ignore that got auto-generated when I tried to push my source code to the remote location. This Git Ignore is useful since we don't want to push our build changes to the remote location, right? We don't want to push the build changes or any temporary files. So in that case, let me quickly check my remote location and verify whether my build code is pushed or not. This is the code that we just pushed it, and I'm going to open it. And here I can see, yeah, this bin folder as well as this object folder are also pushed along with this, and we don't want that. And for that, what I'll do, I'll just delete this directory. And I'm going to, actually this should have been done earlier before pushing it, and we did not look at that because first we need to update this .git ignore, and then only we have to push our changes. But we made a mistake and now we are going to correct it. So these are all the contents in that bin folder, and I'm going to delete it and commit directly to master branch. And I'm also going to delete this object folder. Okay, perfect. Is there anything else that we need to delete? I guess we can keep the published profiles, and yeah, I think this is it. So how about changing the .git ignore and then pushing it again, so that the next time we push it, we don't have to push the build changes. For that, since we have made the changes in our remote repository, so I need to update my local repository by pulling the changes from the remote repository. So I am pulling the changes and my repository is up to date. And now what I need to do, I can just refer to my older repository just to get the .git ignore details. Basically, it gets auto-generated when you push it to a remote location. It asks you, do you want to create a template git ignore? It asks you that for that question, but sometimes it asks, not always, right? And I'm going to take it from my template repository, and this is the place. I'm going to copy this content and paste it to my .git ignore. Okay, let me also keep that generated as well, and then paste it here. Perfect. All right, I think this is it, and I'm saving my changes. Now, once you save any of your local changes and which is not synced with your remote repository, then you will see a tick mark. That means you have some pending changes that are not committed yet. So how to find those changes? You go to Git Changes, and here you will see your pending changes that are available here, right? And here you also see that since I have added this .suo file, and it is about to be committed, so in this case it will not be committed, but we can just check whether it is committed or not. Yeah, okay, so let me give my commit statement updated git ignore, and I am going to commit all and push directly. And now if I check my remote repository, it will not contain the build files. Here you see the bin folder and object folder is not here, but I think this .visual studio is here. Wait a second, why do we have this folder? We don't need this folder, and yeah, that is all right. Let's keep it. It will be useful when somebody takes our project and just try to make few changes. All right. Yeah, I think that is all from this video. And in our next video, we are going to continue our implementation for our enterprise chatbot. Yeah, see you.